Hello everyone, I'm Kinjal Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Computer Engineering. So here is the part 1 of chapter 3, Parsing Theory, lecture 10. In this lecture, we will learn operator precedence parsing technique in detail. So in previous video lecture, we have learned bottom-up parsing. Now in this video, we will learn first algorithm of bottom-up parsing, which is operator precedence parsing. So first, what is operator grammar? A grammar in which there is no null in the right hand side of any production or no adjacent non-terminals is called as an operator grammar. Means if there is no null in the right hand side of grammar and there is no consecutive non-terminals at the right hand side of grammar, then that grammar is called as an operator grammar. So here is the example that E derives EAE or E or ID and A derives plus, star and minus. So in the right hand side, there is three consecutive non-terminals that EAE. So this grammar is not operator grammar. So to apply the operator precedence parsing technique, the grammar should be operator grammar. So to convert this grammar into operator grammar, we need to convert or we need to replace this A with its terminal symbol, which are plus, star and minus. So here now our grammar will be E derives E plus E or E star E or E minus E or E or ID. So now our grammar is operator grammar. So now we can apply operator precedence parsing technique. So in operator precedence parsing, we define three relations, which are first one is A less than B, means A give precedence to B, means B has more precedence than A. Next relation is A equals to B, means A has the same precedence as B, where A and B are the terminal symbols. And third relation is if A and B are the terminal symbols, then A takes more precedence over B, means A has more precedence than B. Now here is the table of operator and its precedence and associativity. So first operator is basis, which has highest precedence and it is left associative. Then second operator is power, which has second highest precedence and it is right associative. Then star and division have third highest precedence and they are left associative. Then plus and minus have fourth highest precedence and they are left associative. Steps of operator precedence parsing. To solve the example of operator precedence parsing, we need to follow the steps, which are first one is to find the leading and trailing of non-terminal. Then second step is to establish the relation between each terminal symbol of operator grammar. Then third step is to create operator precedence table using leading and trailing of non-terminal. And fourth step is to parse the string using operator precedence parsing. Now we'll compute first step, which is to find leading and trailing of non-terminal. So leading means first terminal or operator in the production of that non-terminal. And trailing means last terminal or operator in the production of that non-terminal. Now here is the example that E derives E plus T or T, T derives T star F or F, F derives I. So three non-terminals are there, E, T and F. So we need to find the leading and trailing of each non-terminal. So first we'll find leading of F. So F derives ID. Now first terminal symbol in the production of F is ID. So ID will be placed in the leading of F. Then to find the leading of T, so T derives T star F. So in the production of T, first terminal symbol is star. So star will be placed in the leading of T. Then in the first alternative, there is first terminal which is star. But in second alternative, so T derives F and F derives ID. So in the second alternative, ID also will be placed into leading of T. So star and ID will be placed into leading of T. Now third non-terminal is E. So to find the leading of E, E derives E plus T or T. So in the production of E, first terminal symbol is plus, as E is non-terminal symbol. So first terminal symbol is plus. So plus will be placed into leading of E. And E also derives T. So we need to check that is there any first in T. So in T, first terminal symbol is star. So star will be placed into leading of non-terminal E. Then T also derives F. So first of F is ID. So ID will be placed into leading of E. So plus star and ID will be placed into leading of E. Now we want to find trailing of E. So first we will find the trailing of F. Now here in the production of F, only one terminal symbol is there. So the first terminal symbol and last terminal symbol will be common. So last terminal symbol is also ID. So ID will be trailing of F. So ID will be placed into trailing of F. Now in T, so T derives T star F. So here only one terminal symbol are there. So if we want to find the last terminal symbol of production of T, then it's also star. So star will be placed into trailing of T. And T also derives F. So F derives ID. As there is also only one terminal symbol which is ID. So last terminal symbol is ID. So star and ID will be placed in the trailing of T. Now we want to find the leading of E. So E derives E plus T. Last terminal symbol of E plus T is plus, as E and T are the non-terminal symbols. So plus will be placed in trailing of E. Then E derives T. So T derives T star F. So last terminal symbol is star. So star will be placed in trailing of E. Then T derives F. So F derives ID, which is last terminal symbol of F. So plus star and ID will be placed in trailing of E. So we have performed first step and found leading and trailing of each non-terminal symbols. Now next step is to establish a relation between each terminal symbols of operator grammar. So first we will see the rules to establish a relation. So first rule is, if there is production AAB where A is non-terminal symbol and A and B are the terminal symbols. So if there is production AAB where A is null or single non-terminal symbol. For example, here A and B are the terminal symbols and capital A is the non-terminal symbol. So if there is production like AAB, then we will place relation equals to on A from B. Second rule is, if we want to add relation less than between A and B, then we need to find the format operator.nt in the grammar. Operator nt in the grammar. For example, here is the example of operator.nt, that operator is plus and t is nt. So if operator nt has the format plus t, then operator less than leading of that nt. Operator is plus, so plus less than leading of t. So we will add less than in plus and the symbol which are included in leading of nt. Now third rule is, if we want to place greater than symbol between A and B, then we will find the format nt dot operator in the grammar. Nt dot operator means E plus, E is non-terminal symbol and plus is operator. Then trailing of nt greater than operator. Here non-terminal symbol is E, so trailing of E greater than plus. Fourth rule is to place less than between dollar and leading of starting symbol. And fifth rule is to place greater than between trailing of starting symbol and dollar. So these are the rules to establish a relation between each terminal symbols. Now we'll see how we can establish a relation between terminal symbols. So first step has been computed, that we have found leading and trailing of each non-terminal symbols. Second step is to establish a relation, and third step is to create a table. So we perform step 2 and step 3 parallelly. Step 3 is to create a table which is made of terminal symbols in the row and terminal symbols in the column, including dollar. Okay. As there are plus, star and ID in the grammar, so the table will be, as there are terminal symbols in the grammar, as plus, star and ID are the terminal symbols of the given grammar, so table has plus, star, ID in the row and plus, star, ID in the column, and it is followed with dollar at the end. So first we want to establish a relation A less than B. So we will find the format operator.nt in the given grammar. So here in the first statement, operator.nt format is plus t. Plus is operator and t is non-terminal. So for the format plus t, operator is plus and non-terminal is t. So we'll apply the rule operator less than leading of nt, plus less than star and id. So from plus to star we will place less than relation, and from plus to id will represent less than relation. Left hand side of the less than represent the row of table, and right hand side of less than represent the column of table. So from plus to star, between plus and star there is relation less than. So from plus to star we have placed less than relation, and from plus to id we have placed less than relation. Okay. Now in the second statement there is operator.nt format is star f. So for the format star f, if we apply the rule operator less than leading of nt, then star less than id, star is the operator and id is the leading of f. Leading of f is id, so star less than id. Now star represent the row of table and id represent the column of table. So we'll add less than between star and id. So from star to id we will place less than. Okay. Now there is no other format for operator.nt. So now we'll apply the second rule, which is for a greater than b. So to place the relation greater than, we need to find the format non-terminal dot operator. So nt dot operator format is present in first statement, which is e plus. In the first statement there is first symbol which is non-terminal and second symbol is the plus. So we have found nt dot operator format in first statement. So for this format e plus, we need to apply the rule trailing of nt greater than operator. So trailing of non-terminal means trailing of e. So trailing of e is plus star and id. So plus star and id greater than operator. Now in this format operator is plus. So plus star and id greater than plus. Now in this rule, plus star and id represent the row of table and plus represent the column of table. So we will add greater than relation between plus and plus. From plus to plus we will place greater than symbol. From star to plus we will place greater than symbol. Then from id to plus we will place greater than symbol. Now in the second statement there is format nt dot operator. So t star, so we'll apply the rule for t star. Here t is non-terminal symbol and star is operator. So trailing of t is star and id. So trailing of T is star and ID greater than operator. In the T star format, operator is star. So this is our rule that star greater than star and ID greater than star. Star and ID represent the row of table and star represent the column of table. So from star to star we will place greater than symbol, and from ID to star we will place greater than symbol. Now, as there is no other non-terminal dot operator format in given grammar, so we'll apply third rule, which says that dollar less than leading of starting symbol. In the given grammar, starting symbol is E, so dollar less than leading of E, and leading of E is plus star and ID, so dollar less than plus star and ID. In this rule, dollar represent the row of table and plus star and ID represent the column of table. So from dollar to plus, we will place less than symbol. From dollar to star, we will place less than symbol. From dollar to ID, we will place less than symbol. Now we'll apply last rule, which is trailing of starting symbol greater than dollar. So starting symbol is E. So trailing of E is plus star and ID. So plus star and ID greater than dollar. Here plus star and ID represent the row of table and dollar represent the column of table. So from plus to dollar we will place greater than. Then from star to dollar we'll place greater than. Then from ID to dollar we'll place greater than symbol. So we have applied all the rules to establish the relation, and these blanks represent the errors in a table.